Hello, hello, and welcome to the Case of the Golden Idol. This is a puzzly, detective-y game, which I think is best compared, and the game knows it damn well as well, best compared to Return of the Obra Dinn. The game knows it damn well, as I say, because on the Steam store page there is a quote from Lucas Pope, the creator of Return of the Obra Dinn, praising this game's demo, actually. Yeah, it's a detective-y game where we solve crimes, we put words in paragraphs to solve crimes. Select this if you don't like pixel hunting. I'll go with what it recommends. So, yes, right into it we go. We have a scene that's being played out. We have various clickable spots. We can toggle between exploring and thinking. We gotta find out who these two people are. And what happened. This, I think, it's pretty obvious what's happened. One of them is pushing the other one of them off of a cliff. Somewhere. Somewhere on Monkey Paw Island, apparently. What do these buttons do? How do I play? Should be fairly self-explanatory. We can toggle the word list in either order if we have a word list, which I currently don't. I can press that button. Not sure what that does. There are hints. Don't think I need those. That's fine. That's probably just going to go back to the menu. Right. What should we click on first? Who is this fellow? A fellow with a pipe and a dagger that he has chosen not to use. And a letter. January 5th, 1742. Both parties agree to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. Dr. Oberon Geller and Esquire Albert Cloudsley. Well, we know which order the names and surnames come in and everything, and one of them is a doctor. Right, clicked on everything there, and it's turned red to indicate that I have clicked on everything. And here we have man falling off of cliff. He has a medicine bottle. He has a scalpel. Probably the doctor then. Ruins of Xenopolis. What a bunch of words this is. Horn of Thumb, Bay of Shadows, Horn of Finger. Well, we're at the Horn of somewhere, clearly. Although I'm not sure which one it is. Based on the islands I can see in the background, though, I think we're probably at the Horn of Thumb. Alright. And this is just the same letter again, another copy thereof. And what have we over here? More items. This one will be the doctor's kit then, with the medical instruments and some medicine. We have a gold statue and some valuables. More valuables. And a tobacco pouch. Which confirms that this guy isn't the doctor, because the doctor's bag is the one that doesn't have the tobacco pouch in it, and this guy is the one with the pipe. Which means this guy is definitely the doctor. And the doctor's name is Oberon Geller. Just checking who has the statue as well. I think is also Oberon Geller, yep. Right. So, this one is Albert Cloudsley. This one is Oberon Geller. The scroll is completely filled in. Words can be dragged directly from the slots. This guy pushed this guy off a cliff, and I think we're at the Horn of Thumb. Nice! No hints required. that is how the game is gonna work. And I believe all of these scenarios are supposed to be related in some way. I assume all related generally to the golden idol in the title. Okay. Next. Alright, less obvious because there's only one person in the shot. And they do be dead. He has a ring with a ruby, and he has a head wound. Lead poisoning. Sure, not immediately sure that has to do with anything. There's also a trail of blood leading from over here-ish somewhere. There's the idol in question again. Same idol. There's a yacht. There's a horse running around in the yard. What is that in that pocket? There's an F-shaped piece of wood or something? Spontaneous combustion. Do I think that's what happened? Sebastian Cloudsley. We have another Cloudsley. Woke up. Beautiful day. Washed and dressed in my dining attire. I had beautiful roast duck for lunch. Changed to my hunting attire. Rode to hunt badgers. Had no luck today and returned home. Changed to my researching attire. Changed to my dining attire. This guy has lots of different attires. Tasty beef loin for supper. Filled in my diary and went to bed to continue reading from my research. It is August the 23rd, apparently. That's a neat sliding calendar system. We have a ladder. Not a step ladder. A few different buildings. I reckon we must be at Blackfield, because I can see the river quite clearly from out the window here. And we have a man with a chicken. Alright. Okay. This man is clearly Sebastian Cloudsley, because that's the only name that which I have. This is obviously the dining attire. This must be the researching attire. One would think it's a white coat. He's wearing his hunting attire. Sebastian Cloudsley. And I think we're at Woodshire, correct? Whoa. Zoomed way in, somehow. No, Blackfield. Blackfield. He died of a head wound which occurred when he fell off his ladder while he was researching. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Okay, well he's not wearing his researching attire then, and the blood trickle does come from outside, and the horse is running around like a maniac. So let's go with that instead. There we go. Nothing to do with the ladder. Death by horse. Hi. Yep, he do be dead. That's 86, right? And this was... I just want to double check when this was. Which I need to do with a letter. This is way before. This is 1742. is 1786. So about 40-ish years passed between that and that. Well, there's the thumbnail. This appears to possibly be the spontaneous combustion that was mentioned in the previous scene. This guy do be on fire. He has a horse brush. He has a scorched knife. This guy was following orders, apparently. Property of Pear Brothers. And a knife. What the blazes? Jockey Club Derby. More stuff about horses. Nothing much to click on here. If it's all the same to you, I'll take my leave. That's a rather casual reaction. Yeah. I saw on the title stream there's this little weird lever and some buttons on the back of this. Not sure what those do, though. Ooh, now I'm thinking about what these do. This is some kind of magical thing, then, is it? And the runes on this bit of paper match the runes that we have here. Someone's programmed... somehow programmed this idol to be able to do spontaneous combustion. And to perform the trick, you must first cast a freezing spell. £1, 2 shillings, and 2 pence. Interesting. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew, E.C. A saddle bag, also emblazoned with an E.C. 2 shillings and a penny. And a dagger. Again, a rather understated reaction. This may be the E.C. in question. Edmund something. Dear Edmund, it has reached my attention that you are seeking a capable new servant. I have just the man for you. David Goran is an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents that I'm sure you'll find very useful. If you are displeased with his services, do not hesitate to let me know. Yours, Theo. We have another weapon. Edmund Cloudsley. 1786, so this is roughly the same time as the previous scene. £3 and 3 shillings. Adam and a James. And they don't work Sundays, and of the remaining 6 days of the week, they kind of alternate once between grooming and cleaning. I need to know which day it is currently before I can do too much with that. Unusual engraved dragony type thing. Seems to be everything on this stream, but we have another. Pear twins, AJ. So Adam and James's last name is Pear. What was the other thing I saw with Pear on it? Where did I get Pear from in the first place? Right, this thing. So this is probably one of the Pear brothers. That might be the other one, or this might be the other one. Not certain, not certain. Batterley Cloudsley Cuthbert, that's the symbol that I saw above the door. Take all of that. 6 rings with various stones, £4, an ornamented guitar blade, a fan, and a book with some names that I don't recognise and aren't immediately important because I can't click them. Nicholas Maker, attorney, which is presumably this person here. I would not have expected one of your family to treat a legal document in such a way. I am appalled. 2 shillings, 3 pence. Sebastian Cloudsley, Rose Cuthbert, Edmund Cloudsley, Willard Wright, Peter Batterley. Right, yes, so Sebastian Cloudsley was the individual who died in the previous scene by falling off of his horse. Be happy. Eat a hearty meal every day and do not waste your time on trivialities. How to avoid being upset, strive for that which holds meaning and do not shrink from responsibility. How to be inspired, take a walk in your forest and breathe fresh air. How to avoid being scared, be strong instead. That's a lot of fragments of something. Dear Peter Batley, we have sent you frequent reminders concerning the settlement of your debt, and yet, to date, the debt remains unpaid. We humbly request that you make your payments as soon as possible, or we will be forced to take the matter into our own hands. The debt currently stands at £255. Blackguard and Buck loans. Right, Peter was in debt. Here's another Club Derby ticket stub thing. Sebastian Cloudsley, being in bodily health and of sound and disposing mind, nominate and appoint Nicholas Maker, who is the attorney. Dear brother Edmund. So really, after you left, therefore I bequeathed you the manor house, a museum, colony, savings land house. I think Samuel Dandy was unhappy with this will and has attempted to destroy it. Mother disclosed financial troubles and I resolved to help you. I bequeath to you a compilation of my to provide the direction in life which you so clearly lack. Shan't mind a better use of mere politics. I bequeath you research notes I have taken on astronomy. Push it under both our names. With you the gold idol of Xenopolis. You'll know what to do with it. Willard Wright. Rose Cuthbert. A lot of disparate parts here. A lot of disparate parts. This one is much more complicated than the previous one. Well, I know what he died of. Whoever he is. It's going to take a bit longer. Alright, well. I figured out that that's one of the pairs. Okay. This is Willard Wright. Of possible association to Phoenix Wright, also being a lawyer. This is clearly Rose Cuthbert, being the only lady in the scene at all. This, I think, is Edmund, because he had the thing emblazoned with an EC on his person, which makes him Edmund Cloudsley. Also appears to be something of a researchery sort. Right. Who else? Who else? Who else? Okay, this guy has a horse brush on him, which means I think this is probably the other pair. And they're James and Adam pair, right? Yes. Kinda depends on what the date today is, though, as to who is who. This place is the Butley residence, yes. What is today's date? Peter Bately. Well, since I don't know what today's date is, I'm gonna have to go off of this list and the fact that this person has a brush. And... still doesn't really tell me a whole lot. That's useless. Okay, this guy has his knife emblazoned with an A. So I'm going to assume that this is Adam, which would make our dead individual James Pear. James Pear. Who have we got left? Nicholas Maker is also apparently an attorney. Not on the list, though. It says they're an inheritor, not really a lawyer, so I think I'm wrong, and Willard Wright is one of these other persons. And this, based off of this, is actually Nicholas Maker. Figuring out these last three are a bit trickier. Do I know who EC's nephew is? Okay, so this is not his place. This is Peter's place, and he is visiting, and he is here now. Okay. Which means... this gentleman is not Peter, because he has a note saying... he's the one who prepared the carriage to get here, visiting the nephew, so he's obviously not the nephew. Which means the nephew is one of these two. Probably this guy. I think this is going to be Peter Bately. Can't remember where Sebastian came from. That word is probably idle. Okay, this mentions politics. Which one of these people is the politician? Nothing in there is immediately helpful. Nothing in there is very helpful. Edmund Cloudsley is the politician. So I think this bit of letter is addressed to them. I mean, I could kind of try it either way round. I'm not too comfortable about either of these. You have nothing else of use. I think that's too useful. David Gorin's the coachman. So I reckon this is probably he. Makes this Willard, right? And this is David Gorin. We got him. Cool, that is very helpful. Right, probably this section next to then, figuring out which part of this will is supposed to be addressed to who. Let's go back to this tree, because I think this is the most useful part. So, Sebastian is the writer of the will, which makes his sisters, Rose and Beatrix. Only one of them has a child, and that child is Peter. So this section must be addressed to Peter. All the inheritors are circled, so it's just Rose and Willard. One of them and the other. Willard is the one who currently has the idol, so it would make sense if that was supposed to be to him. And then this top one is Rose? Yes. Okay. Getting somewhere. So. It is Sebastian Cloudsley's will. This could be talking about that. There we go. Took a little bit of thonking that I did in my head. Because, Pear's out here saying, simply following orders. So they're trying to get the idol off of this guy, but he instead used it to kill one of them, and the other one is running away in terror. Cool. I didn't read the end box thing. I was hoping I would get another chance to do that. Peter Bately, encumbered by his gambling debts, placed high hopes in his uncle's testament, but upon discovering that he inherited nothing but a book of aphorisms, he tore up the will and ordered his servants to take the golden statue from the stranger Willard. Well, that didn't work out too well. Next section. Oh boy. One screen. There's a lot of things to interact with. Right. Body first. He's not breathing. It looks like he's been stabbed in the torso a few times. He has a ring with a ruby, and a walking cane. There's the word revenge scrawled on a wall, along with RR, which could be initials, perhaps. There's a door with a key in it, but the door does not open. A little picture of some flowers. A trunk containing a smaller box. It's a music box that plays a little tune when it opens. There is a watch, which is working. Engraved, "To my dear Maurice." There's a very capitalized T on that too, as well. May or may not mean anything. There's a desk with a bloody washing bowl. Dear Proud Beast Master, what a name. This looks culty. I have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. I shall send this letter tomorrow, September the 10th. I hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to my bed, for this has been a long day. May Griffin awaken a proud beast initiate. Alright, so I don't think this letter ever got sent. I think this is on the writer's desk right here, and he never really made it to bed. Which also makes the current time slightly after midnight, presumably. Indeed. It appears to be 25 past 2 in the morning. There are shards of glass on the outside of the window, implying that the window is broken from the inside. This guy is attempting to raise the alarm about the break-in. He has a lantern. He has the fact that his name is apparently Henry Parker, and he is watchman number 2, and he also has a large spear. Not large, long, at least. Let's already fill in the name of this guy. There's a trapdoor in the ceiling. Considering the door doesn't open, the guilty party likely got out that way. There's another trapdoor here. Okay, it does go down. Another picture of a plant. This door also does not open. There's an empty bed. There's another trapdoor on the ceiling, where I think somebody went through this attic space. There's a window here. Some guy with sticks. A backpack full of sticks. Creepy looking fella. Who apparently can't read. Greatest thing I ever learned was how to read. He has half of a pair of shears, a piece of stale bread, and you can lie low for a couple of days in the old Allman's place down at the docks. I think that's everything we're going to get from up here. This is a rowdy place. Okay, so this is some kind of pub, bar, B&B, living accommodations, probably of the temporary variety above a pub. These are very, very similar rooms, which also kind of implies that there's a same bed, same purple thing, same style of picture, same stool, same table. Tab. Green Beige Blair. This is keeping track of what people have had, presumably. Here is the barman. He has a knife. He has brought a lemon to a knife fight. Some keys. Dear Oscar Boynton, it has come to our attention that the good owner of the Little Mermaid offers services to those who want to transfer products that are less agreeable to the authorities. I'll come by in 3 days. If you still have some spare space in your gin barrels and are willing to earn extra money, reach out to me. This is addressed to September the 8th, and this is September the 10th. Which makes today presumably the 10th? Or possibly the 9th? Dandelion Room. Willard Wright. Forget-me-not Room. Ash Blair. This is going to be the Dandelion Room. Which makes this guy Willard Wright. It was one of the guys from the previous scene. And this is probably Oscar Boynton, judging from the fact that he has this letter. Okay, the door to the street is shut with a latch. Wanted Robert Redroof. The Little Mermaid Inn, Amazing Evan's musical performance, which makes this fellow probably Evan. Okay, and it is definitely September 9th. It is past 11 PM, which I guess technically does make today September the 10th. So by tomorrow, it technically means today, but it is after midnight, so blah, 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 blah. Right. So, until I hear otherwise, I'm going to assume that this is Robert Redroof, the convict, because it looks more like this picture than any of these other people. He has a violin, he has a key, and he has a folding blade. And his name, I think, is Evans something, or something Evans. These people are playing a card game of some description. He has a hand of cards, he has some money, he has a dagger, he has a key. Remember, you as an agent of our trading company have to reflect its values to the fullest. Never be late. Your client leaves port on the 10th. Be persuasive. Do not take no for an answer. We must get the client's product. Be effective. Once you have the product, deliver it to me immediately with a servant boy. Most importantly, no matter what you do, be mindful of our reputation. Our names must remain spotless. This guy has a key. So I will presume until I know otherwise that he is Ash Blair. because the key presumably goes to this door, like that key is in that door. Be calm, John. He was a perfect gentleman, he bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. Which would make this person John. Hand of cards. Also a key. Stiletto blade. But, it's probably not Ash Blair. Hand of cards. Again, a key. Albeit a smaller looking one. 7 pence and a small sword. And that's quite the list of initials and points. Tracking what's happening in the game. But there's more than 3 sets of initials. So people have clearly come and gone. This is obviously the game in progress, one would presume, being the lowest most one. And... right. Annie. To Annie, you're beautiful like a rose, few or take any blows. Annie, you are like a glass of wine, your hair is very fine. I will find gold in a mine if that makes you forever mine. This is a very, very badly composed love poem. Right. But this is Annie. Okay. So Ash Blair is a B, which makes Annie's surname ending in G, so Annie must be Annie Green. And then Green... Blair. So this must be he. And his first initial is J, which makes this John. And your surname must therefore be Maurice, and something is wrong. I guess nothing's saying these can't be the other way round, really. Oh boy, and I have to fill in all of the slots on this piece of paper. Alright, that might actually help first. AG is Annie Green. He was clearly been here all along. John, and then... Ash Blair. These are the same initials, so also John. OB. Sure. Implies the bar owner was playing this game at some point. But that's fine. There's Blood Right. And ME. Ah, this is the wrong way round. There we go. Maurice was his first name, not his surname. Got that, got that. So. The people currently playing cards are Annie and John and Ash. The murder victim is Willard Wright. Through the window, presumably. Robert Redruth is really the only person who it could be, as everybody else is just downstairs, and it's clearly not the watchman who's raising the alarm. The murder weapon? A half pair of shears, probably. Or maybe not. Yeah, RR is this guy's initials, which is the writing on the wall. Okay, so it's probably a t'other window then. Possibly. No? What are we talking about? This. It's interesting. Why does he have a watch belonging to Maurice in here? I mean, the door's locked on that side, right? It's either through the window or through this window, up and round through there. Oh look, it's not the spear. It's not that knife. It's not that dagger. It's not that folding blade. Small sword, stiletto, knife, no, dagger, no, no, no. It's gotta be the half pair of shears, right? I mean, I guess I hadn't actually proved that this guy is the murderer at all. He's a convict, but that doesn't really prove anything. It could also be... to do with this. Aha! We're getting somewhere. It's not this guy at all. He's a red herring. It's to do with Ash Blair because he has the very incriminating letter talking about not taking no for an answer and such. And it's probably the trapdoor. which means that the weapon is probably the dagger. It doesn't matter that it doesn't have blood on it, because there's a little wash bowl. I going by the name of Ash Black. Crept into Wood's room through the trapdoor to steal something important, but when he opened the music box it woke Willard up and a fight ensued. That is where the box played music. In the fracas, Ash stabbed Willard and attempted to frame an escaped convict, and he succeeded in doing that for a while. For me, at least. We got there, though. An investigator?